Let's take a look at how you can create MDF doors inside of CabinetSense. In order to use MDF doors, you have to have the CNC version of CabinetSense. Normally when you export your cabinet parts, and assuming that you are actually building your doors as opposed to buying them, when you export, you get your stiles and rails and your panel pieces so that you can build your 5-piece doors. If you want to create MDF doors, it is as simple as exporting while the cabinet has been rendered. So now your doors and drawer fronts are actually slabs that have all of the machining ready to be declared on your CNC export. We'll just take a look at the CNC database, look at the door profile section, and I'm just going to jump to a shaker door. That's what we'll do. So here's how we define what's going to happen when we export our doors for an MDF door. For the door perimeter, we're going to create an outside profile, so it's going to be the size of the actual door. And then for every panel inside the door, we'll create a panel part on the CNC export. If you don't have that, for example, here's one, Revere. We've got no definitions made, so that when we export, if we've selected the Revere profile, if we export it as an MDF door, all we're going to get is the outside edge of the door. So basically the size of the door, it'll come out as a slab. It's only when you have profiles or layers defined that that's what's going to help us create our MDF doors. And then you assign your machining based on the layer names. Okay, so let's go. We'll change this guy to a slab. Whoops. And we'll choose shaker. And as I showed you before, the database has a definition for what to do with the inside panels on a shaker door. We'll render it. And now when we export, it's going to export it as if it's an MDF door, and it's going to look up the profile layers that it needs to generate. So let's do that. Using vCarve, here's the job that I just generated. And if I take a look at the millwork for our door, there it is, with our inside panel. And if we had we'll do a couple of things here. If we put a full arch on it and go in here to our project and say that our arch is going to be on top and it's 25 mil at the height, re-render it to get our arch. When we now export, take our latest job, and there's our arch. So the way the door looks when it's being rendered is what will be used to create your CNC export. And that's as simple as it gets for creating MDF doors.